in the northwoods of Minnesota, the forest of the Great Lake region, on the central regions of Canada, is said to live a malevolent being called a Wendigo. This creature may appear as a monster, with some characteristics of a human, or as a spirit who has possessed a human being and made them become monstrous. It is historically associated with cannibalism, murder, insatiable greed, and the cultural taboos against such behaviors. Known by several names, Wendigo, Witigo, Witico, and Witigo, each of them roughly translates to the evil spirit that devours mankind. This creature has long been known among the Algonquian Ojibwe, Eastern Cree, Salcho, West Main Swampy Cree, Naskapi, and Innu peoples, who have described them as giants, many times larger than human beings. Although descriptions can vary somewhat, common to all these cultures is the view that the Wendigo is a malevolent, cannibalistic, supernatural being that is strongly associated with winter, the north, coldness, famine, and starvation. The Wendigo origins are from the folklore of the First Nations Algonquin tribes, based in the northern forests of Nova Scotia, the east coast of Canada, and Great Lakes region of Canada and in Wisconsin, United States. The creature lends its name to the controversial modern medical term Wendigo psychosis, described by psychiatrists as a culture-bound syndrome with symptoms such as an intense craving for human flesh and fear of becoming a cannibal. In some indigenous communities, environmental destruction and insatiable greed are also seen as a manifestation of Wendigo psychosis. The Algonquian legend describes the creature as a giant with a heart of ice. Sometimes it is thought to be entirely made of ice. Its body is skeletal and deformed, with missing lips and toes. The Ojibwa describe it. It was a large creature, as tall as a tree, with a lipless mouth and jagged teeth. Its breath was a strange hiss, its footprints full of blood, and it ate any man, woman, or child who ventured into its territory. And those were the lucky ones. Sometimes, the Wendigo chose to possess a person instead, and then the luckless individual became a Wendigo himself, hunting down those he had once loved and feasting upon their flesh.
According to the legends, a Wendigo is created whenever a human resorts to cannibalize to survivor. In the past, this occurred more often when Indians and settlers found their servers stranded in the bitter snows and ice of the North Woods, sometimes stranded for days. Any survivors might have felt compelled to cannibalize the dead in order to survive. Other version of the legends cite that humans would display extreme greed, gluttony, and excess might also be possessed by a Wendigo. Thus, they might serve a method of encouraging cooperation and moderation. Native American version of the creature spoke of a gigantic spirit, over 15 feet tall, that had once been human but had been transformed into a creature by the use of magic. Thought all of the description of the creature very slightly. The Wendigo is generally said to have glowing eyes, long yellow fins, terrible claws, and overly long tongues. Sometimes they are described as having sallow, yellowish skin and other times. Depicted to be covered with made hair. The creature is said to have a number of skills and powers, including stealth, is a near perfect hunter, knows and uses every inch of its territory, and can control the weather through the use of dark magic. They are also portrayed as simultaneously gluttonous and amazing from starvation. Wendigo creature sightings are still reported, especially in North Ontario, near the Cave of the Wendigo, and around the town of Kenora, where it has allegedly been spotted by trackers, and trappers for decades. There are many who still believe that the Wendigo roams the woods are the prairies of northern Minnesota and Canada. Kenora, Ontario, Canada, has been given the title of Wendigo capital of the world by many. Sighting of the creature is the area have continued well into the new millennium.